Hello there, and welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is pretty much the second half of January of 2021 energy read. I have not quite decided if I'm going to film the second half of January readings per sign or if I'm going to film the readings for February. We will see. It is a very important time because for the past couple of years, I've been talking about the energies of creativity, right? Our purpose is to come here and create something that is good in the eyes of God. It is a purpose within us that is meant to bring us peace, joy, and happiness. But because we're here on earth in the human energy, because we are connected to other humans, sometimes we give in to temptation, to addiction, to negative people who have not evolved in their own journey. So it is a time to really free ourselves from the negativity of others, of circumstances and situations that are just dissipating. And we've talked a lot about that as well. It is time now to create. For whatever we create from deep within our inner child, our inner selves, when it is something good, right? Say helping others in some way, it will be blessed with great abundance. That will be the karmic result. Now, I wanted to quick go over the thankful messages I have received via the personal readings I have given. So I went through December and just a recent January feedback. I have a special folder called thankful messages. And that's where I put these beautiful emails that people send me after their reading so that I have clarity as well as to how these messages helped for those who were looking for spiritual advice. So in December, we had someone whose name starts with the letter A, and the response to their reading was, "This reading is so on point, you have no idea." We have someone here whose name starts with R, who said, "I just wanted to let you know that the cards were right last month." Surprise! So it's funny to me that people are surprised by the spiritual advice and messages because to me, it's very clear. And it's ironic as well that after I do these personal readings, things start to really speed up on behalf of the person who is seeking the spiritual advice. Now we have someone here who responded in an email after their reading with the letter J in the beginning of their name. And they said, "You are so accurate in everything you say about my current circumstances." I had an email, follow-up email from a reading from someone whose name starts with L, who said, "Every single word made sense. It's as if you knew both me and him. So I will stop the negative thinking and I will not overthink a project, but I will launch my project and will come out of fear of failure because of the confirmation in my reading that this will indeed be successful." So it's interesting to me that the little things people don't think of are what Spirit's trying to nudge us to remember. And in this case, it was negative thinking, overthinking, and a fear of failure, right? These things are fears that cause negativity that prevent us from moving forward successfully, whether it's in connection to a person, a circumstance, situation, and etc. Now, we do have another email from someone whose name starts with D, and they said, "Wow, everything you said has manifested since mid-December until now. I am committed to focusing on myself now." So again, this is about taking the attention off of negative people, places, circumstances, things that do not serve oneself, and instead putting the focus back on what am I creating that is good in this world. I received another email from someone whose name started with R, who said, "I am completely wowed. I will take every step needed to improve my health and clear my mind of negative thoughts," right? So health, if you were told when you were going to die, really, what difference does it make? And I think that's why we are never allowed to know when we are going to truly pass, because we are meant to walk in the shadow of the valley of I can die at any time. Therefore, I can instead focus on the joy and what I was sent here to create that was good, knowing that my time here is limited, right? So that makes this time in our lives, this very short life that we have, more special. And it gives us the strength to not worry about the people, places, circumstances outside of ourselves, because we know that if we can clear our minds of negativity and focus on creating something good, that beautiful things will come as a result of that karmic journey. I received an email from someone whose name started with the letter M, and they said, "What a great reading. Thank you." And finally, just recently on January 5th, I received an email from someone whose name starts with the letter T, who said, "Everything made so much sense. I received clarity regarding the Pisces, but most importantly, I am going to open myself to my passions and my creative ideas," right? Again, taking our mind off of the unhealthy people, places, circumstances, and situations outside of ourselves. So hello, Riva. Thank you for coming. Yes, first one in. Paula, hi. Riva says hello to Paula. Krista says hello, and hello, Krista. Riva says hello, Krista. Krista says hello, Riva. That is why I love my subscribers. This is where we can all come to lift each other up, to know and share goodness with one another. Even if my platform is yet small. I had somebody write me and say, over here in your little world, these wonderful things are happening and people aren't noticing. I'm not going to be one of those people that are going to go out and purchase hundreds of subscribers. I'm just going to be me, because I trust that as I do good in the eyes of Spirit, God, whomever, however that applies to you, so too shall positive results be the outcome. Krista said, thank you. Oh, and also Krista said, just what I needed to hear, Josie. Good. Tamika, hi. And Tamika says, hello, all blessings and peace to everyone. See, the more positive you get energy you give out to others, the more positive results we will receive back in our life. That is why I will never click on a thumbs down. People put time and effort into what they believe is good, right? What they enjoy creatively. And therefore, we should not judge one another, lest we want to be judged when we're creating something that we are truly in connection with, that we truly enjoy. Okay. Yes. Peace to everyone. So remember this. Our energy is not about so much the changes around us, but the changes that are going on deep within us. As we walk in the shadow of the valley of death, right? Death can happen at any time. Death is not a bad thing. It's a rebirth. We go back through to spirit. We get to enjoy peace, joy, and happiness, and then decide, do I want to come back into evil, the land of evil, right? We will not fear evil, temptation, addiction, lies, negative thinking, deception. I will not fear those things, for I know what I was sent here to do. And I'm going to create what truly fulfills me so that I can share it with the world and positively or negatively trust that this is my purpose and find contentment in that, no matter what anyone else has to say. And thank goodness there are people who do provide positive feedback, uplifting messages, because they in turn will receive positive karma as well. So no one can ever argue with the truth of who we are, right? As we get back in touch with our inner child and discover our soul's purpose, some form of project, idea, creativity, and or a desire to help others, this is what we were meant to come here and do. We all have an ability to forgive and to release the pain that has been inflicted upon us, or even that we've inflicted upon ourselves or others. See, when people hurt, right, or get hurt, then they hurt other people, unless you come to the realization that hurt people, and they need to be forgiven because they know not what they do, right? They are reacting to negativity in a negative way. So all we can do when we connect with people who are walking in their shadow energy is to speak our truth and walk away, forgive and release. Let karma do its job in the lives of others. Don't try to go into the life of another and control how they're going to learn that proverbial lesson, right? Because it's not our place. We were blessed with a karmic infinity symbol where we go around and we repeat bad behavior cycles, patterns until we learn. But we cannot teach another to learn, right? They have to learn themselves. So we all have the ability to move on, to let go, to heal, and then to create new ideas, goals, and directions. For the truth is, I am me. This is what I was meant to do. And I'm going to do what fulfills me without a fear of judgment. Because eventually I know that what I am doing is good. Therefore, beautiful things will come to me as a result. And eventually, when we become good at what our soul purpose is, then we are guided to share and teach with others so that we can provide healing clarity by leading by example, right? So if we want to learn how to do something, we feel as though our purpose, for example, is to paint. We can go online, we can take a course, we can connect with those whom have already walked this journey, and we can learn from them and then tweak that which we learn to apply to our own unique individuality. So, there could be a million people who have this blessing of painting, but not one of them will paint in the same way. Not one of them will be followed by the same people because we are all drawn to each other in the way that we were meant to. And that's going really deep. So I'm going to stop with that right now. Robin, hi. So Robin says, sending much love and light and blessings. Josie, thank you for your words and guidance. And thank you guys so much for coming here and allowing me to share these truths. I was feeling held back in some way. And I knew that what I needed to do was focus on what is it that's negative in my life right now. And it was smoking. I am on my 7th day of not smoking. It's only a week, right? But each day when I feel like I want to again, I breathe in deeply and then I shift my focus now to working out instead. But nobody can force anyone to get to that point, right? We can finally quit that temptation, that addiction, when we decide no longer do I want to receive the results that are negative from my own behavior. I'm going to become a higher part of myself and I'm going to move forward in a healthier way, whether it's in connection to a negative person, an addiction, or some form of temptation. And there are many. Krista says, hello, Firefly. Donna, hello, and Happy New Year to you as well. Happy New Year to everyone. This is the time for us to give birth to beautiful journeys in front of us that will grow and prosper, to give birth to good things and not be confused or drawn backwards by those who need to learn their own lessons, right? Spirit's got it covered. Firefly, oh, Josie, I'm doing the same thing. Good luck and many blessings. Let's keep on keeping on here. Krista, well done. Good. And that's my clutch. Donna, since I've been working on a better marriage, will my marriage be long, loving, and lasting? And thank you for the donation, Donna. Whoop, whoop. All right. It all comes to our intentions personally, right? As long as we give in a loving, caring way, it is up to the other to respond to that. And they're going to do it in one way or the other. Once we put the proverbial ball in one's court, we do something kind for them. We are nice to them. Then we are to kind of sit back and observe the responses of another, right? Because we cannot control how another responds, but we can observe and wait for clarity. So that's a big message for you, Donna. I'm bringing in the Gilded Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm sorry, not by Doreen Virtue. I believe this is by Ciro Marsetti. Okay, so in the center of the reading, Donna, you have the King of Pentacles energy. So this is someone who's financially abundant, secure, and stable. Someone actually who is very supportive of their family, their money, their business. I don't know if you are dealing with someone who has Earth in their chart, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But here you are in the thoughts position, just like I was talking about. Spirit saying, listen to your intuition. Continue with this Queen of Cups energies in your thoughts position of giving and communicating kindly, fairly, justly, while you observe. See, look at that. He's looking at you, who's creating positive communication and blessings, waiting as you listen to your intuition for a response from the other. Firefly says, Happy New Year. May all your wishes come true. Donna, congrats on quitting smoking. Way to go. Whoop, whoop. It takes 21 days to start a habit and 21 days to quit. Oh, thank you for that, because I was kind of wondering when that urge was going to kind of go away. Taurus husband. Okay, so Donna, thank you for clarifying. That is indeed who this is, and smack dab in the center of your circle spread. OMG, I am a Cancer. Okay. See, this is why I love Spirit. This is a water sign energy, Cancer. So indeed, I think you're in the thoughts very much of Mr. Taurus here. Yeah, so look at that. In the next 2-3 weeks, Spirit's saying in the relationship sector, the circle spread, it is time to put that passionate energy back to work, right? I'm going to do kind things for you in hopes that you'll do kind things for me. I'm going to continue to put one foot in front of the other. And while I am waiting and observing, I'm going to work on something that really grounds me, knowing that eventually my ship will come in, because Spirit's saying that it will. So Spirit is saying, as you create positive actions and thoughts, so too are you manifesting justice and balance in your marriage. Now, this is interesting. In the actions position, we have the Tower. Now, the Death card is about, I see something coming to an end, or I know that something is ending. But when the Tower comes in, this is something that happens outside of ourselves unexpectedly. That's going to put you in these energies of confusion or illusion here emotionally. Subconsciously, we do have the Knight of Wands here. So that's the energy of someone coming in quickly and leaving quickly. I feel like you could use this Knight of Wands energies to surprise this Taurus with your efforts in the relationship sector. And day to day, as you set goals and meet goals with the Queen of Swords energies, know that you will start to feel the strength to be able to observe the Taurus and decide, should I stay or should I cut this person out of my journey? So in the inner strengths position, you've got the Two of Wands. Should I move into this direction? Should I go in that direction? Which path is the right one for me? In a 3-card summary to my left, for further clarification, we've got the first couple cards here representing the next couple weeks. Putting time and effort into the manifestation of a solid foundation as you let go of worries, fears, something maybe that was very painful at one point in time. I don't know if there's been an air sign involved here, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but some form of difficulties are burning away as you work together with the Taurus, at least in the next couple weeks. Yeah, because there's confusion and illusion here. Fear maybe of some form of heartache. But again, Spirit is offering you a lot of help here with the Temperance Angel. As you set goals and meet goals that ground you personally day to day, so too will you receive great abundance and stability. Able to speak your truth in a grounded way, not getting caught up, feeling stuck or trapped in your thoughts, right? Let things kind of unfold like we talked about. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we have a new beginning. So this is definitely a time to give birth to a new idea, maybe blogging, creating a blog for women who are unsure of partnerships, helping to put time and effort into the relationship and observing and enjoying with the Hermit energy. Okay, we got 2 major arcanas here. So this is a big deal. This is about being vulnerable. It's like a restart and enjoying this moment of pause here. Reflecting on, should I, with the 4 of Swords, continue to give to a situation or cut away completely, because there may be energies of stagnancy. Okay, we do have some form of unhealthy energy with the Devil here. Sometimes this is maybe leaning on someone else to support another. This could be fear as well of speaking your truth. But the truth is what sets us free, right? So doing positive things, putting the ball in his court, and then observing as you focus on the positive in your own journey. Yeah, I feel like the Tower is about a reconnect here, starting to see in a shocking way that this balance is returning, that the communication and the connection is getting back to where it should be, that something has gone full circle here. And now you can step into the portal of attention and recognition for your efforts. So, all we can do is offer our highest, best good. And then in return, observe the responses of another. So we do have some form of communication here and a wish come true. Communication from the Taurus and a wish come true. The realization that what you are passionate about, maybe what you both are passionate about, is helping for you to start to make wishes come true where you were conflicted before. So Spirit's saying we're giving you the strength to kind of observe different offers, opportunities, ideas and projects, and to not make a decision until, because you have a little bit of confusion here. I want to clarify this shocking Tower energy, because it can be positive, like all the cards, or it can be negative. And I just want to make sure. Okay, where is my, I already laid it out over here. So I'm going to clarify with the Lenormand deck by Ciro Marsetti. Please clarify the Tower energy. By the 4th or 5th week from now, for Donna, money. Oh my goodness. Money and devotion. Discovering one's soul purpose, that you are indeed heading into a direction of a path that is blessed and lucky. Definitely communicating, negotiating, discussing, where things are. Do you feel as though things have come to an end? And then putting, again, your attention back into what it is you are passionate about. Because the more you get passionate and excited about your own journey, the more you're going to give off that bright, beautiful aura. That's not only going to draw the Taurus back towards you, but is going to draw the attention of others. And they're saying, roll the dice and take a risk and put your attention into the direction of doing what truly fulfills you. So you can feel like again, a kid again and shine like the sun. Wishes could very well come true for you in the area of business and organization, a more financially abundant, secure, and stable situation. Communication about, is this a sole purpose? Are we moving forward together? Spirit saying will eventually free you from feeling trapped or stuck in your thoughts. There may be a fear of which direction are things going to go, but Spirit saying kind messages will come your way and you will be able to push beyond the obstacles of indecision. So I feel like, if you follow Spirit's advice, very much so, your spouse is going to react in a positive way. But you might give them something to think about. And maybe once your spouse knows where you stand, that brings them some clarity as to where they stand. So, how can anybody reject positive communication and actions? And if they do, well, that's when we need to decide changes to make. But I just don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like you just need to allow yourself to receive, to reflect back maybe on the beginning of the relationship, to put together pictures from the beginning, to redo a little journal of this is who we were when we met, and these are the things we've manifested in our journey, and this is what I want to create for the future. Maybe you guys can start a business together, doing something together where you create something and market it online. This is about working together, communicating about what you personally want to manifest. Because collectively, we have people now being guided to go excitedly into the direction of what makes them feel very fortunate. And it has to do with authenticity in the relationship sector. Trust in your real self, whom God has created divinely perfect, for you have the strength and the knowledge needed for this situation. To create abundance and to listen only to love. Don't allow fear, like that snake energy, to distract you from your personal divine mission, no matter what happens in connection to those around you. Beautiful message. Okay, so we haven't started Triple Crown. Welcome. Genevieve, welcome. She says, Robin, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind, aren't I? Let's see. Okay, Cancer. Robin says, teaspoon of cream of tartar mixed with orange juice will help detox nicotine. Good luck, you got this. Thank you, Robin. Triple Crown, I just tuned in late. Did Josie already cover Aries? No, I have not. Firefly, true. So acupuncture, St. John's wort, ginseng, and lobelia. Genevieve, Robin, thanks. I will try this too. I'm on my third day. Look it. So people, this is the time to step into our highest best self. It is such a beautiful time for new beginnings that will go on into the next 10, 20, 30 years, where we can watch our children grow up, our grandchildren grow up, and people are going to start to make more positive, healthy decisions. Now, that doesn't mean that some aren't going to go and repeat unhealthy patterns, behaviors, and cycles. All we can do is lift them up. All we can do is be an example, right? And hope that they will find that strength within them as well. So, Triple Crown, we were just doing a reading for Donna, and then I have a collective reading, and I'm going to go over, actually, I'm just going to go through the collective, I think, instead of each sign. But if you have a question, feel free to click on the $ box below, drag the button over to a minimum of a $10 donation, and provide me, I know you're in Aries, with your question or concern, and I will do a personal read. He has surprised me with positive. Hold on. Donna, where are you? Surprised me with positive efforts too. Wonderful. See, when we become in our lives, whether it's a partnership, a business project, an idea, our human nature is to start to not appreciate what we once celebrated. But that's why we're supposed to continue to set additional goals and intentions for the future, to be happy with where we're at and what we have and who we're with, and then shift our attention to our own journey and continue to tend to the beautiful things, continue to give thanks daily to the beautiful things that we have been blessed with. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. All right. So, Emma, hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year. It will be a great one. These are whole different energies that we're dealing with now. The blockages of the past, the lessons of the past were meant to, and even COVID, to slow us down and to really reflect on who and or what isn't working, because those things are going to be cut out of our path. That's a lot of what that tower is about. What isn't working needs to fall away. And or there's a realization of, why isn't this working in my life? What changes do I need to make so I can rise into a higher part of myself and meet and experience beautiful things that I have not yet gotten to do? All right, so we have Triple Crown says hello and thank you to Firefly. Firefly says you're welcome. You're so right on. Thank you, Firefly. Donna, we were planning a business partnership in a home business. Amen. That's what we need to do, is take the people in our lives and create with them. You're not going to go find something better outside of what you already have. And that is the human nature, is the temptation that we talked about earlier. So Genevieve, hello. Claire, hello to you as well. Very good. I'll do a longer personal reading. I'll contact you. Okay, great. Triple Crown. Can't wait to hear from you. Thank you. Krista, again, exactly what I needed. Oh, now I just jumped again. Exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you, Josie and Donna. And Krista says, what? Not quite sure of that message. So does anybody have a question that you would like me to do a reading for right now before I get into the overall collective reading? All right, remember to give me a thumbs up when you recognize some of these messages Spirit is trying hard for me to translate. In the center of the circle spread representing the next week from today. And you guys are the first ones to hear about the rest of January going into February, except for the Zoom people yesterday, which was a beautiful conversation. We had right away, I decided to pull straight off the bat from the, what is this again? The Archangel Gabriel deck, by Doreen Virtue. Started with spiritual advice. And the first card that showed up for the collective is recognition. So I have received messages from many over the last year or two who are deciding and recognizing their purpose, and they are putting time and effort in. They're enjoying what they're doing. They're starting to feel good, and they're finding the strength to share what they're creating with the world. And we all have the world at our fingertips, right? Via the internet. Whatever gift, talent, skill, product we want to market, once we put it out into the internet via Facebook, Etsy, Amazon, YouTube, 8 billion people will be at your fingertips. And the specific people that are meant to connect with your soul will then have an avenue to do so. So recognition is finally showing up for a lot of people, meaning people are starting to realize the direction they are meant to go. People are starting to realize what they need to let go of, whether it's a person, place, circumstance, situation, or environment. The card says, you and your accomplishments are receiving appreciation and honors. If you've been putting out applications, it is during this next week where a lot of people are going to receive phone calls, are going to receive acknowledgement because of the information you provided. Look at that. The Three of Cups, celebration. You and your accomplishments are being recognized, and there will be energies of great celebration. Some of the collective, they know, like I said, you know where you're headed, and you're celebrating the fact that you have been recognized. Therefore, now you're just kind of waiting for that proverbial doorway to actually physically open so you can step into that business, so you can step into and sit down in your desk, at a new location. Now, in the thoughts position, we got the writers group. So it's very important that people go out and they create connections with others. It is important at this time to help those who are lost, those who are hurting, those who are confused. We experience difficulty because it's a sign as to what our purpose is. So it's about thinking about the difficulties you had to go through, and now sharing inspiration with new friends, creating a group to gain inspiration, friendship, and support. This is what Spirit is asking for the collective to think about. In fact, they are giving the collective the Queen of Cups energies in the thoughts position to listen to their intuition. I'm going to listen to my intuition regarding some form of group, people, ideas, and I'm going to sigh in awe when I receive or because of the recognition I have received. Krista, sorry, that's okay. Firefly, yeah, I missed your Zoom, darn it. Donna, Josie, are you going to do a workshop on how to launch a business by chance, such as Etsy? You know what? All you have to do is Google Etsy, Google YouTube, Google whatever as to how to market on there. And these are all very, very simple. I haven't personally used Etsy. I'm not sure if my daughter has. But again, the journey is about the discovery of the process, right? So that we don't need other people to come guide us in our own journey, right? It's the excitement of discovering the journey and how things work and how you put it into motion that eventually brings the happiness of, I took these steps and I created this for me. Okay, so it's about the process of acknowledging and educating oneself, because that journey of discovery is going to come back and give you a lot of confidence. All right, so in the relationship sector of the circle spread for the next 3 weeks, we have authenticity. I'm hearing that this is very, very important at this time. We need to trust in our real selves, not in who we want people to think we are. God has created us divinely perfect and has given us the strength and the knowledge, or will be giving the strength and the knowledge as we connect with others, that is needed to manifest a situation, an environment, a business, an idea. It's about authentically taking those steps to obtain the information, to communicate with others, to put things into motion in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That energy is going to bring on the Knight of Wands energies. This is a very positive energy. This is like I stepped forward authentically into who I was meant to be. I connected with others, I observed, I learned, and now I'm moving forward with great intensity, because I am realizing that once I started taking these steps and sharing what I am manifesting via the internet, boom, here comes energies of fortune. I am authentically moving forward, excitedly listening to my intuition, observing the process, and recognizing that this is what will bring me my fortune in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So in the creative aspects position, we have vulnerability. Thank you for the thumbs up. Listen to your vulnerable feelings collectively, as they will contain the wisdom and the inspiration that is needed to move forward authentically. Pray for the strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. So, a lot of people are like, well, I have this idea. Well, I've been practicing this, but I'm afraid to put it out there. Be vulnerable. No one can argue your truth, your authenticity, who you are is who you were meant to be. And there's no way anybody can argue. They may give you a thumbs down and cause themselves negative karma, negative juju, but Spirit's saying, listen to your personal feelings. Pray for the strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. This is in the creative aspects position. Create no matter what. Remember, I've gotten responses from personal readings that says, I will stop negative thinking. I will not overthink this project. I will launch my project because I am not any longer going to fear failure. So this is about sitting in the throne of the Queen of Swords energies. Whether you're male or female, this is about setting goals and meeting goals and maintaining a very balanced process. While at the same time, cutting away from an inability to maintain focus, to not follow your priorities. This is someone who is setting goals and meeting goals and getting things done, and will cut away from negativity, negative thinking, negative people, negative circumstances. This is about being vulnerable even in the midst of negative people, because some people are walking in their ego. This peacock in this particular reading, to me, sometimes it's about vulnerability in relationships. People are going to feel more strong if they follow up with their personal goals and intentions, and they're going to have the strength to cut away from those whom are walking in their ego, arrogant. This is also about using the peacock energies to let your light shine in the world as you maintain vulnerability, as you maintain your priorities daily, right? So we had like Mary Kay Ash, who went out and she discovered that they were using some tanning stuff to turn the leather on a farm into smooth wallets and stuff. And she purchased that, and she asked Spirit to bless her with a business that is good, where she can create something that helps others and teach others how to market their own business. And she went from a very, very poor child to dying as a billionaire. And still that business of Mary Kay is continuing, because she focused on her priorities day to day. She set goals and met goals daily, knowing that eventually she would accomplish her long-term plans. So in the actions position, for those of you who have been thinking about speaking, you're very welcome, Donna. Speaking about to those who are using drugs, speaking to those whom are lost, who are poor, who are maybe homeless, speaking to those who can help you maybe raise money to help others. Speaking your truth in a way where you can be vulnerable. For some, speaking your truth to someone who is arrogant. But collectively, Spirit is saying we all are receiving important messages to deliver that can help others at this time. For the process of helping others will free us from these negative worries, thoughts, fears of the past with the major arcana, the Chariot, and will help for us to burn away from the past, to step beyond old obstacles, to walk in authenticity and vulnerability towards a path of success. Because Many of the collective have been receiving in their personal readings as well, the old woman energies, male or female. This is someone who has been there and they've done that. And now they can reflect on what it is that they have conquered in their life and how they can go and lift others up so that they can conquer those difficulties as well. That is what's going to bring a success to a lot of the collective here. That is what's going to bring fortune. Walking in one's authenticity, connecting with new groups, new people, is not only going to give the collective the strength to speak their truth without the fear of judgment, but to also receive recognition that they can eventually celebrate with another or others. So emotionally, by mid to end of, no, I'm going to say the first half of February, we have media. So those who are going to step up and follow Spirit's advice in this video, you're going to start to realize that you can reach more people via video, audio, print, or online media, the internet. But you've got to set daily priorities and be vulnerable. And then know deep within that as you share your authentic gifts, talents, skills with the world, so too will you receive this recognition. Now, I do have a bit of a warning here emotionally. To those who are dealing still with addictions, temptations, with the devil energy, people who try to condition us to believe things that are not true. This is about emotionally coming to the realization that there is a lion in sheep's clothing. That someone should not be trusted. I think as we create a foundation for ourselves, we're enjoying our lives day to day, feeling like a kid again, doing what we've always wanted to learn about or do, teaching others, helping others, speaking to others, because maybe of the pain we went through. That's going to help us to see more clearly those who should not be trusted. And to not be affected by the negativity of others, but again, to speak our truth, to heal, forgive, release, and move forward, to allow them to deal with their own karmic justice, right? For example, if someone is using drugs, they're going to find themselves into a point where they are so institutionalized, stuck, and poor, and rejected by others. They have created that result because of their negative actions, feelings, whatever that was about. And the only way out, not the only way, but we can lift those people up with messages, for they know not what they do, but we cannot and should not let them remain in a journey that will darken our aura, because it'll block us from helping others. It'll block us from accomplishing that success that we were meant to do. So it's kind of it's a balanced energy here. And that's why I think this Queen of Swords is showing up in the creative aspects position. As we create, so too do we need to maintain our boundaries. We can be vulnerable, but we also need to be aware of who and or what may bring unhealthy energy into this journey with us. So for some of us, this is a Lord energy. This is someone who is financially abundant, secure, stable. This is a father figure, grandfather figure, or someone in a leadership position. Some of you, as you are working with others, you're going to come into connection with a masculine in the next month and a half who has quite an ego here. But again, there's going to be the ability to recognize the lion in sheep's clothing, and to very fairly, justly, and kindly speak your truth and cut them out of your journey. Because this is about authenticity, vulnerability, and speaking to those who we can help. Once we speak to them, we've got to release and continue to focus on our goals and intentions. So subconsciously we have listen to love. Okay, and this is what I was talking about before. communicating authentically with new people, new directions, being vulnerable, but also maintaining one's boundaries. Do not allow fear to distract you from your divine mission, right? Again, we had an email where someone said, I need to stop my negative thinking. I need to not overthink this project. I will launch my project because I was afraid of failure. But now, because of my reading, I have received confirmation that this indeed will be successful. So listen only to love. Don't allow fear to distract you. Love is about patience and kindness and observing, right? I'm going to put out positive things and then observe what comes as a result. So I think Spirit's giving the collective to remember in the subconscious position with the Page of Cups energies. This is about communicating in an understanding, kind way. Excitedly wanting to lift others into their authenticity as well, so that they can get excited about their future as well. So we do have some who are in the next month going a little too deep with their thoughts. Pardon me. Again, overthinking, thinking negatively. I don't think people understand how important it is to replace negative thinking with positive thoughts. And it may feel hard at first, but once you start doing that, beautiful things start to come together for you. So day to day, what do we have? We have the energies of keep going. Hi, Trickpa. Welcome. So day to day, the collective is being guided to use the energy of any disappointments to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. So daily, it's about keep going when it comes to your authenticity. We have authenticity in the relationship sector to another or others. We have the ability to slowly but surely, in a vulnerable way, manifest a great fortune. But listen only to love, not to your fears. Anyone who causes negativity or fear needs to be communicated in a positive way and then released. So day to day, there are some who are going to come into connection with the miser energy, people who are cold, closed off, who won't open up emotionally, spiritually, financially. And that's okay, because Spirit's saying, keep going. Sidestep those who are walking in their ego. Trust that karma will do what it needs to do. Will bring them to a point where they can eventually become as vulnerable as you are. Pray for the strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. Keep going and don't stop. This is an important time for those who want to create a blog, those who want to help others, those who want to speak in front of people. As long as you're walking in your authenticity, there's going to be some form of positive recognition and attention here if you haven't received it yet. This is the time where things unfold. And it's also the time where some are going to have to look back at themselves and decide, when am I going to leave the unhealthy behind? So day to day, we do have some who have the sweetheart energy, wanting to come into commitment, partnership, contract with another person. I feel this is very romantic. They've been waiting for a long time. I am fearing that this could, for some, be a three-party situation. If that's the case, there will be recognition. Someone here will be recognized as a cheater. So someone here is waiting on someone who's walking in their ego. Keep going. Focus on you and your soul's purpose, the things that are good that you were sent here to create here on earth. Thank you guys for the thumbs up so much. In your inner strengths position, collectively, Spirit's saying we need to allow ourselves to receive, right? There's a lot of fear here, being vulnerable, but authenticity is going to eventually come. And Spirit's saying, open your arms to the result of your prayers when they are answered. For God is sending attention and recognition to those whom are searching for some form of success. There will be important messages to those who are are thinking about this process or are putting this process into motion. Important messages will be delivered to those who are walking in their authentic self. And there's going to be a realization that I have grown, I have learned, and now I can move beyond the obstacles into a path of success. Not only can I move towards success, but I can open my arms to welcome the blessings and the answered prayers from Spirit. Spirit's giving the collective the strength to not give in to fantasy and illusion, situations regarding one's past or one's childhood. This is really just in this deck about a fantasy. It's about a teenager who's hoping that, the prince is going to show up on a white horse. Allow yourself to receive kind words and messages, but know that, should we make any unhealthy decisions at this time, in the beginning of what can be a beautiful chapter for the year of 2021, someone here is going to receive attention and recognition for a negative connection, circumstance, situation because they followed their ego. They wouldn't let go. They continued to overthink something that really, if that's the case, someone here is overthinking communication that is small with the Page of Cups energies that just may not grow and prosper. So it's about pushing beyond someone who may come in the relationship sector of the circle spread in a quick way to come, take, and then leave. For those who are hoping that someone's going to come towards them and bring them fortune, right? This is a time of the manifesting fortune within our own authentic journey. So Spirit's giving the collective the strength to not give in to fantasy, illusion, or connections tied to the past. For it is now a time to burn away and travel into new directions with the major arcana, the Chariot, to deliver messages that can help lift others up, right? Once we discover our soul's purpose, whether it's writing, drawing, painting, photography, pottery, poetry, that beautiful light that's given off of us also blesses those who come into connection with us. So Spirit's say, we're going to give you the strength to kind of put someone in the friend zone and allow yourself instead to receive the blessings of your efforts at this time. So a lot of people have been asking about love, but really this is a time about effort, about what can now be. Yesterday, I had someone ask me, why am I so focused on this person tied to the past? Well, that's because that's all we know. Is what was. We need to now open the door to what can now be, knowing that every action step we take, every time, a little bit of effort we make daily is going to build something big and beautiful and possible in our lives. But negative thinking causes the opening of that door to slow down. In fact, negative people, places, and circumstances are what are slowing us down from real love, from discovering our divine purpose, our divine mission. In a 3-card summary to my left, the next couple of weeks are about untying ourselves from and very unhealthy connection. See, someone here is clinging to the past, and this author says when we cling to the past, a sleazy connection is what he says about that card, we become a blockhead. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, if we will hop, skip, and jump into a new direction, Spirit's saying definitely create a very enthusiastic new beginning because it will bring you into a beautiful and solid foundation that you can celebrate with another or others. For there are those in the next 3 weeks that are still dealing with these energies of schizophrenia. What should I do? What action steps should I take? And Spirit's saying, we're going to give you the strength to let go with the 8 of Cups and walk away. To postpone connections that are not healthy for you. To instead turn your life into a well-oiled machine with the King of Wands energies. For some of you, you may be connecting with a boss, a father figure, grandfather figure, someone who is very structured, organized, someone who may have fire in their chart, Sag, Aries, or Leo, or this is just turning your life into a well-oiled machine, trusting that the High Priestess is helping you to discover that beautiful gift within you. Because it is now time to travel out and connect and meet with new people. and to come together with the Five of Pentacles and get clear about what this journey is that you're meant to step into. Someone here has kept themselves locked out of a situation or have felt locked out of a situation because of an older air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. We've got the star card here representing Aquarius. Someone's not putting in the same amount of effort. So Spirit's saying replace these energies of stress with success. Shine like the sun and you will come out of confusion or guilt and instead go through a rebirth where you can manifest slowly but surely the recognition and attention that you deserve. And slowly but surely will be able to free yourself from the burden of an unhealthy person, place, circumstance, addiction, temptation. It will fall away if we get excited about what can now be. Will I go back to an old job? Okay, so Helena, $6.99. That would be another $4. 301. My math is horrible. Just a little bit more to reach that minimum of a $10 donation, and provide me with your sun sign, which is your horoscope sign. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to bring in some spiritual advice to close or until we get another request for a personal reading. I'm going to bring the messages from the Angels deck in. Now, this is also by Doreen Virtue. Perfect. Thank you, Helena. All right, so before we bring in the spiritual advice information, Pisces. Okay. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams deck by Lee Burston for Helena's reading. Will I go back to an old job? So remember, these messages are God's will. They're trying to guide you into the highest, best path. But of course, we have free will, so we get to choose for ourselves. Spiritual guidance is like a parent, right? They're going to say, well, the best thing to do is this, but the choice is yours. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please provide clarity for Helena regarding an old job. Will she go back to an old job in the next month? Ooh. Well, we do have an offer or an opportunity coming your way. 6th. Maybe it'll take until the 6th of February of 2021. Or an offer is going to come in the next week. Because in your thoughts, as long as you continue to know and pray to Spirit for a light at the end of the tunnel, if this is what you want, Spirit is definitely helping you to make it come manifest. Oh my. So in the relationship sector, we've got the Palace of Coins. This is a building, an organization, a business here. In relation to them, you're going to see an offer or opportunity come, maybe in the next week or two, where you're going to find a light at the end of the tunnel. And Spirit is saying in your creative aspects position, absolutely, hop, skip, and jump into this beautiful new direction, for it's being offered with Spirit's assistance with the major arcana, the Fool. Remember, in your actions position, with Judgment, oh my goodness, Spirit is saying we are going to help you to make the highest, best decision, to move into a path of success. Now, in your emotional aspects position, we do have the Knight of Coins. Okay, that's right. In this deck, this is opposite of the Rider-Waite deck. The Nine of Coins is the fact that someone is coming quickly and unexpectedly to make an offer to you. And Spirit's going to help you to make the right decision, which is to step into this new direction in a very enthusiastic way. For subconsciously, your efforts of the past have helped for you to realize that your ship has come in. So there may be a shocking realization that an offer or opportunity has indeed come and a path is opening back up. So in your inner strengths position, Spirit's giving you the strength of the Queen of Wands to set goals and meet goals, to communicate, to follow up, to allow yourself to receive in a passionate and exciting way, to free yourself from the worries of a new beginning, to let go of overthinking by putting your thoughts into something else daily, knowing that Spirit is saying absolutely yes. Yeah. So they're saying in the next month, it's about balancing and maintaining balance in your life by, focusing on, business in one hand and then doing something in your own journey in the other, a hobby, gift, talent, skill, or just maintaining emotional balance. For here comes the Two of Cups, the right connection, the right circumstance, the right situation. Yeah, when you are confused, Spirit saying it is indeed time to receive an offer or opportunity where you thought that something was ending for good. I just want to clarify this time that I'm getting here with the Angel Answers deck by Doreen Virtue. Please clarify the time. In the next week or two, or is it going to take until the first week of February? Yeah, they're saying meditate and then communicate. There's going to be communication here. So remain positive is a big message. We talked about that. If you start to think negatively, then so too will you slow down that doorway from opening before you. They are saying get more information. So it's very important in the next 3-4 days, 3-4 weeks to ask the questions you need. And then in the actions position, apply yourself in an assertive way. Because emotionally, you're going to realize that, yes, indeed, everything has turned out perfectly, and I am ready. I am forgiving, another big message subconsciously. What transpired, and instead, I'm remaining positive. For I'm coming to the realization in the next, could be 2-3 days or 2-3 weeks, some form of abundance here. Yeah, so have the strength to be open to helpful people. For eventually, you're going to realize that you are ready, communicate clearly in a positive way, and forgive when it comes to these circumstances. Because as you recover, so too in the near future, if you truly believe, you will be able to take action into a new direction of sorts, or a renewed direction. So if you think something is unlikely, listen to your intuition. Come to a peaceful resolution. Forgive and let go. For you're going to realize that you are indeed ready to assert yourself, and will be receiving some information regarding a new beginning very soon. Keep going. Beautiful. It's on its way. If you don't hear about it this week, then, they are saying get back in touch, ask some questions, let them know that you're waiting. It could be by the 3rd week from now, or the very beginning, could be maybe around the 6th of February, where you actually step into that new direction. And it's kind of a shocking realization that what you were waiting for finally came. Listen only to love. Don't allow fear to distract you. Side project. Okay, yeah, just started a new online business making crystal power bracelets. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the energy that I felt when I started tarot. I worked for the government, and I had worked for them for 26 years. I raised my children. I maintained benefits for my children, and I started doing tarot. And as I did, I ended up putting more time and effort into the responses, and the money exceeded what I was making for the government. So that was a sign to me to let that job go. Again, focus on what balances you out, wait for the offer, and at some point you may find yourself getting more information because you're wondering, am I going to make as much money as I do over here with these bracelets? I would suggest that at this time you accept that, see how far the job will go, the offer will go, and keep doing the bracelet thing on the side until you have the clarity that you need. You are very welcome, and thank you, Helena. Does anyone have any other questions you would like for me to answer during this live video podcast? It is only during the live video podcast where I offer one question readings for a minimum of a $10 donation. All right, so let's bring in the angel messages from your angels deck by Doreen Virtue. Again, please clarify recognition, celebration, or those who are waiting very patiently for that in the next week. Okay, someone here is waiting on romance. So I do have to bring this up. When Chantel shows up, there is a message that a new romance is imminent. And I do feel like in 2021, there is going to be connections with soulmates. There are going to be connections that feel right because a lot of people are woke, right? They know what they will not put up with, and they know what it is that they desire. And they know, of course, that we need to push beyond lust and give something a period of time to grow first. So some are going to meet a newcomer in the next week or two. Or there's going to be reignited passion, right, Donna, in your existing relationship. So be open to giving and receiving love. It is a two-way street, right? Each person needs to put 100% in and allow yourself to receive it in return. In the thoughts position, for the next couple weeks, we have Raquel or Rochelle. So as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, as you think about and listen to your intuition, maybe connecting with a group of people, new friends, sharing what you are manifesting with the world via the internet. Prosperity is coming to you. I do feel like those who've been waiting for a call or a response regarding their CVs, resumes, interviews, etc., in the next couple weeks, something is coming here. Something having to do with fortune. So energies of fortune will be recognized via a person or people here in the next 2.5 weeks tops. So Spirit is sending in Archangel Raphael and is saying, I am helping for you to heal physical challenges in yourself or in another or others. So this could be going and helping people who are dealing with physical ailments, helping people who have had a bout with some form of disease where you have been down that journey and now you can lift them up, guide them, and etc. Because you have experienced something, therefore you can help in a way that is very authentic. Okay, trust in your real self, whom God created divinely perfect, that you have the strength and the knowledge that is needed for a situation so that you can help someone to heal in the relationship sector, or you can heal yourself. So I do feel like if you're trying to create a healing business, something Reiki related and so on, that is a big, those are going to be big businesses in the year of 2021, but especially starting now. So in the creative aspects position, we have beautiful Archangel Michael here. I am giving you the courage to make the life changes that will help you to work on your divine life's purpose. So listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain the wisdom and the inspiration that you need. Pray for the strength to focus on your priorities day to day, knowing that Archangel Michael is giving you the courage to do so. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right, so in the actions position, we have Caressa. All right, in the next 4 weeks, many are going to realize that you are at the end of a cycle in your life, right? We are coming into an awareness that we can sidestep issues tied to the past, burn away from the past, and step into the portal of success, a new beginning. Because we have learned so much, it is now important to speak with others, because the collective, many of the collective, now have important messages that can help that can help others. So the collective, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you at this time and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So if you've been thinking, I've always wanted to learn about you, do it. Okay, don't just think about it. Get those supplies and practice, because it takes a good 5 years to really see the results of all these efforts to finally receive the abundance back. But what is going to come for clarification right now is some form of recognition, because people are acting with authenticity. So in the emotional aspects position, by the 4th or 5th week from now, we have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement is going to usher in positive new energy. This movement regarding the media is going to help you to reach more people. As you move into new directions, so too can you leave behind those who should not be trusted, those who may be manipulative. So remember, Archangel Michael's giving you the courage to make life changes, to work towards your soul's purpose, your divine life purpose, something that comes naturally to you, but that is going to receive a lot of attention and recognition. So in the subconscious position, we have Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. All you have to do is have faith. Don't overthink, but instead trust that if you do what is authentic to your soul, you will receive fortune. Spirit's giving you the strength to understand that fear is just a distraction. So day to day, we've got Maya. Schooling, study, education. This will help your life's purpose and your personal growth at this time. Now, you can study by watching people on YouTube. You can study by buying a tape and some supplies, a VHS tape, I'm thinking, a CD, CV, DVD, whatever. The angels are going to guide us, okay, throughout the next month, bring signs and synchronicities as to how you can educate yourself, and then bring us the courage to make these life changes daily, to focus on our priorities, no matter who and or what is trying to bring the negativity in. All right. So in the inner strengths position, we have Omega. Spirit is giving the collective the strength to receive victory! Exclamation mark. Your desire is coming to fruition. So keep up the good work. Allow yourself to receive this victory via spirit. And whatever there was fantasy about in the past, put someone in the friend zone, because the angels want to comfort you and guide you towards the next step, the next connection, the next realization of who you are meant to become. So Shanti here, the angel of peace, is bringing energies of tranquility and a smoother road ahead. Vanessa is here saying, which way brings you closer to your divine purpose, and who and or what will bring you away from it? For they need to go. Deceased loved ones are definitely surrounding the collective at this time, helping us to find happiness and peace, letting us know that we are very loved and to not worry about them. Those whom have passed are very blessed and very content at this time. For by mid-February of 2021, we do have Ariel here. So there will be new psychic and spiritual experiences that will change the way you are viewing not only the world around you, but the way you view yourself, right? You're going to start to see collectively the more authentic part of who you are and who you were meant to be. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Meditation being very important, because that's when we ground ourselves, we focus and learn, we enjoy what we're creating, and we receive spiritual guidance, signs, and synchronicities via our intuition. But we can't hear our intuition if we are focused on those whom are still dealing with their ego. Career question, please. Donna, thank you for the donation. Whoop, whoop. Career question, will I get the income assistance worker job or exhibits clerk job or something else this year? Good question. Let's see. I'm going to lay 3 positions with the Angel Answers deck by Doreen Virtue. First position representing income assistance worker. Second position, clerk job. Third position, the other. All right, definitely not the clerk job. And I feel like that was different before, but Spirit's now saying no. There will be big, happy changes when it comes to the income assistance worker job. Yeah, and they're saying no to anything else. Very clear explanation there. Tell me a little bit more about this big, happy change in the area of the income assistance worker. I'm going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. For Donna, please, big happy changes. Please tell us a little bit more about that. You have the Empress energy, so Spirit is helping you to give birth to this right now. This opportunity is going to lead you into the Queen of Pentacles throne, where not only will you receive great abundance financially, but you're going to be able to purchase beautiful things around you. Remember, when you receive these blessings in the area of money, to give, help, provide, support those who need your support. Yeah, there's indecision here. I feel like, okay, so this is like you looking at the income assistant worker and that job. Spirit saying take off the blindfold where there is indecision. For eventually, you're going to be able to leave troubled waters behind in a situation where there is fear regarding money and stability. Yeah, free your mind and the rest will follow, right? With the 8 of Swords. You are not stuck or trapped. Spirit wants to bring you the 10 of Pentacles. But there's indecision here. Heartache, worry, fear, okay? Definitely give a call when it comes to the income assistance job. Do we have a time whereby this is showing up? I just saw the 10 of Pentacles again after shuffling. Do we have a time regarding the income assistance job? For Donna, now is not the right time. Come to a peaceful resolution that eventually you will be able to take action and assert yourself. Yes, connect with others, ask whatever questions you need, and then sit back and meditate. Listen to your intuition, but don't stop considering what may come. For we have an opportunity. It could take like 6 weeks, maybe tops. Could take 6 days, but I'm not getting a clear message. And sometimes that's because Spirit wants to surprise you. We'll just say 6 days or 6 weeks. I think 6 weeks because it is saying right now is not the right time. And that would be in the next week. Yeah. That is the job Spirit is nudging you to go towards. Donna, I'm going to go ahead and close for you, especially with a message from the Guardian Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. Overall message for Donna, representing the next month, and or spiritual advice, please, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels. So that jumped out very clear. Woo, look at that. She's just enjoying her time, her space, and here comes a bird with a message, a letter. Messenger of emotion. This is indeed the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. And I do feel like this is financially very excited, more excited than maybe you were expecting to be. It could also be that there's a social invitation, right? So I think there's an invitation on its way. Maybe it will come in the next week or two because we do have people here connecting with new people, listening to their intuition, and then a fortune card showing up for the collective in the next 2.5 weeks. Right behind that, what did I say? 10 of Pentacles. Now we have the 10 of Abundance. Could be the next 2 weeks. And again, I feel like Spirit's not giving me a date because they want it to be a surprise. Heaven has provided so many blessings, exclamation mark. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will someday come along. You have taught your family the grace that comes with knowing right from wrong and should be very, very proud of yourself. Congratulations. All right. Does anyone else have a question before we close? One more message for the overall collective. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, representing the next month. For those of you who do not know, I am offering 4 1.5-hour readings. They are a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and yearly reading. And my price list will be in the box below this video. I am off. It is taking about 24 to 48 hours to turn those readings around. But if you would like an emergency reading, I offer 2 of those, which is a 1 month and 3 month reading. And I will put those at the front of the line and have them completed as soon as like hours after the request. I am still offering the Now Winter Special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. So just email me at josiek42@gmail.com and I will send you the corresponding PayPal link. Then I will film your video and email it to you so that you can download it and continue to refer to it as the amount of time unfolds. And remember, I love receiving follow-up emails so I can hear exactly how these messages help to guide each of you into that path of peace, joy, and happiness. You're welcome, Krista. You're welcome, Donna. And Krista says, thank you, everyone here as well. Closing message for all that are here today. Overall energy that Spirit is trying to bring all of us in the next month. 7 of Abundance. Recognizing how far we've come, what we're good at, what it is we need to still learn, praying to Spirit and trusting that Spirit is going to open this doorway and lead us into a path that we will be excited to research and learn more about. And the card says, have patience. Sometimes dreams grow slowly, but don't worry. The hard work that you've invested will bring about a bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because eventually things are going to move forward very quickly. Use this time to rest and slowly and plan, knowing that slowly but surely there's going to be the beginning of an emotional and spiritual, successful new direction. So thank you again for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys. I hope to hear from you again in the very near future. Take care and God bless.